Cash stands in the cereal aisle of a supermarket, staring at a shelf tag. The box costs $4.99. His hand hovers over a $5 bill. Something in his head insists this box sits closer to $4 than 5, even though one more penny would prove it wrong. That gap between what a price says and what a brain hears has a name. Researchers call it the left-digit effect, and it is one of two competing explanations for why so many prices end in 9. In 2005, marketing researcher Manoj Thomas, then at Cornell, ran an experiment with real shoppers and real receipts. He found people judged $4.99 as meaningfully cheaper than $5, even though the actual difference sat at 1 cent. Your brain reads the first digit, locks onto it, and treats the rest as an afterthought. None of this trickery was even possible for most of history. For centuries, a price was whatever a buyer and seller argued their way to, and haggling meant two customers could pay two different amounts for the same item on the same afternoon. In 1861, a Philadelphia merchant named John Wanamaker opened a clothing store called Oak Hall and did something unusual for the time. He marked every item with one fixed price and refused to haggle. In 1876, he expanded the idea into the Grand Depot, a department store built inside an old railway station, with a reported 70,000 visitors on opening day. Wanamaker believed a posted price was a matter of fairness. Everyone paid the same number. That number, once it existed, became something retailers could shape. And the shaping started almost immediately. The trick goes back further than any lab. One popular explanation points to the 1870s, right around the time James Ritty patented the mechanical cash register in Dayton, Ohio, in 1879. Store owners priced goods at odd amounts, 99 cents instead of a flat dollar, so a clerk had to open the drawer, log the sale, and count out change in front of the customer. A clerk pocketing a flat dollar without ringing it up was hard to catch. A clerk owing 4 cents in change had to open the drawer. Cash pushes his cart further down the aisle. Nearly every tag on every shelf ends the same way. Marketing researchers Robert Skindler and Patrick Kirby studied this directly. In a 1997 analysis of retail pricing, they found that 30.7% of prices ended in the digit 9, 3 times what random chance would produce. In some product categories, later store audits put that number as high as 95%. Retailers built that pattern on purpose, aisle after aisle, long before anyone studied why it worked. Cash walks past a rack of dresses. A tag reads $39. In 2003, economists Eric Anderson and Duncan Simster tested this exact scenario with a mail-order clothing catalog. They priced the same dress at $34, $39, and $44. Demand for the $39 version beat the $34 version, even though $34 cost $5 less. Raising the price by $5 raised sales. Cash scratches his head. Wouldn't a lower price always win? Since $34 and $39 share the same first digit, this result did not fit the rounding theory at all. Anderson and Simster proposed a second explanation instead, one researchers now call bargain signaling. A price ending in 9 rarely just gets misread. It works like a small sale sign, telling a shopper that this specific number was chosen to feel like a deal, whether or not it actually is one. Most researchers who study this today think both explanations are true at once. The rounding effect explains why your eyes catch the wrong number first. The bargain signal explains why a 9 at the end still feels like a discount even after you catch yourself doing the math correctly. One trick, 2 separate reasons it keeps working. At a diner counter, a waiter drops off a menu with no dollar signs printed anywhere. Just numbers, 12, 18, 24. Cornell researcher Sybil Yang tested menus like this in 2009 and found diners spent more once the dollar sign disappeared. Without that symbol sitting next to the price, the number stopped registering as money leaving a wallet. The same math followed shoppers online. When Apple opened the App Store in 2008, the cheapest paid apps were priced at 99 cents, not $1. Streaming services picked up the habit soon after. A monthly plan billed at $9.99 reads as a single-digit purchase, even though a year of it adds up to well over $100. The screen changed. The trick on the price tag did not. Cash steps up to a car dealership window. A sticker reads $19,999. He does the math out loud. 19,000, not 20. $1 short of 20,000 changed how the whole number felt in his head, the same trick playing out across 4 extra zeros. The same 9 shows up on much bigger purchases, too. Real estate listings often sit at $299,900 instead of $300,000. And it is not only about how the number reads. Most home search sites let buyers filter listings by round price brackets. So a house priced at $299,900 shows up in every search capped at $300,000, while a $300,000 listing gets filtered out of that entire group of buyers. 1 9 at the end can be the difference between a listing getting seen and getting skipped. Not every price plays this game. Cash walks into a jewelry store. A watch on display reads $8,100. No 99 cents, no charm ending, a plain round number. Round prices carry their own signal. Researchers who study numerical fluency have found that a clean, easy-to-process number reads as more trustworthy and more expensive at the same time, which is exactly what a luxury retailer wants. A watch marked $7,999 would look like it needed to talk somebody into buying it. Gas station signs across the United States still post prices ending in 9/10 of a cent, a habit that traces back to fuel taxes measured in fractions during the 1930s. Nobody pays that final 9/10 in a way anyone notices. It just shaves a fraction off a number that gets read 100 times a day at highway speed. Knowing about the left digit effect does not automatically cancel it out. Eye-tracking research on how people actually look at price tags has found that shoppers who are less comfortable with numbers tend to fixate on the leftmost digit and barely glance at the rest, while people who work with numbers more often are more likely to scan the whole price before deciding. The trick still lands. It just lands with different odds depending on who is reading the tag. By now the pattern shows up everywhere once you start looking for it. A cereal box, a car window, a phone bill, a house listing. Different products, wildly different price ranges, the same 9 influencing the price in each one. Cash walks back to the cereal aisle. He picks up the $4.99 box, rounds it to $5 in his head, and buys 3 anyway, knowing the trick did not switch it off. The first digit still landed first. The rest of the number caught up a beat later. Retailers are not lying about the price. From Wanamaker's fixed tag in 1876 to a phone screen showing $9.99 today, they only need your eyes to land on the first digit before your brain works out the rest. Next time a tag ends in 99, read the full number for 1 extra second before deciding. That extra second moves the choice from the part of the brain built to skim toward the part built to calculate. Cash gives a thumbs up and walks toward the checkout line.
Like this video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you all.